Hi, Scorpio. Welcome back. June 30th, Scorpio extended reading. So this is your reading for your moon sign and your relationship. So let's take a look and see what energy is coming up for you this week in your moon sign and your reading. So as I was talking about in your general reading there on YouTube and social media, what I was picking up was a lot of dynamics that you have going on with your relationship. So here's what's going on, Scorpio. You're not really all that trusting of individuals right now. You're definitely feeling sketchy and a little trigger shy. What I mean by that, it's like you don't want to pull the trigger on relationships because you're just distrustful of the energy that's going on around you. So let's pull some cards for you from the Mystic Dreamer and take a look and see what energy is coming up in regards to your moon sign. So moon is, how you think and feel and how you go get things. And this is affecting some of your relationship dynamics and your internal thinking on it. Now for your one-on-one, specific per your individual's dynamics, everybody being a different sign and having different affect on the relationship, karmaondeck.com, book your one-on-one. And here is your moon reading. So first card that comes up is the Page of Wands and the Nine of Swords. Are you losing sleep, Scorpio? Because I am definitely seeing as if the Scorpio that you have the card that you have for Scorpio is the Nine of Swords, which is restlessness, lack of sleep, insomnia. You've got the Eight of Swords over here, which is a little bit of drama. So as you're, thinking about how everybody's interacting with one another, you have the Hermit. So that's all about evidence, okay? That's all about, you have the scroll, the magnifying glass. Perhaps you're looking a little too closely at each and individual dynamic instead of looking at the big picture as a whole. Sometimes we get so caught up on little details. For example, you didn't take out the trash. You're an overall good man, but screw you. You didn't do the thing. So maybe you're looking a little too closely at situations, or maybe you haven't taken a break from examining the dynamics of the situation enough in order to get a good perspective. So you know what they say, muddy water is best cleared when you leave it alone. We have the Eight of Swords, which is drama. That's overwhelm. It's definitely feeling as if there's too much going on. And if you notice, she's drama queen. So that's a little bit of what the energy feels like. And internally, you're feeling a little split. You're feeling as if the world's upside down. You've got the Tower card. You've got the Knight of Pentacles, which says you feel like you're starting over and feeling as if these things are a little too much and that you want to quit, or that you're not quite sure if another hit is going to come. You might even have somebody, you may feel cheated. So this may be literally someone cheating on you, or it may be a little victiming where you're feeling as if, you said you would do this thing. And it's not exactly a stab in the back, but it's somebody betraying a trust. The Four of Pentacles feels as if someone's doing something that you would prefer they didn't do, or it's an agreement that you had. Maybe you're willing to walk away from some situations based on the Eight of Cups. You do have the Devil card, so usually that refers to lies. So you're either digging to the bottom of some situation so that you can take a closer look, and you're not sure you're getting clear enough information because you have the Hermit card in the back end. The Hermit card's all about pulling things to the surface and going into a little withdrawal mode in order to gather evidence, get a little detachment. Maybe that's the request of the card as it shows up. Not only does it show that you're gathering evidence or you're pulling data in order to substantiate your placement and your ideal and where you're at with it. This might also be, the fact that, go within, take a little break from interacting with individuals in order to look and see where you sit with it. So that's where meditation comes in. Other people's needs, other people's desires, other people's voices, not even their needs and desires, their voices. So are they complaining? Are they not getting their needs met? Like, have you sat with what it is you need and what you want? Because this overwhelm comes from not getting your own needs. Because obviously we know how to help other people. They can speak to it. But if they're not communicating well, we don't know what they want. I do see the Knight of Pentacles, which is starting over, doing something new. And you're kind of like, I'm willing to do something new. You're totally focused on work, though. We have the King of Pentacles here, and it's like you also have the Emperor again. So you did have the Emperor in the first reading, and this is a congruency between the two decks, which is interesting. So the Emperor is definitely the go get. And so you're like, okay, I'm about to take leadership on this decision. I'm about to take leadership in these relationships. I'm about to set boundaries. I'm about to make demands. I'm about to step out and say what I will and won't do, what I do and don't want, right? We have the King of Swords, which is decision maker. And I think you kind of know that some of these dynamics that are going on around you, that it's absolutely necessary for you to pull the pertinent data forward and say, all this doesn't matter, but this does. So perhaps you're in this place where you need to dive a little deep. Okay, the only thing you're really worried about, and these relationship dynamics are so annoying to you right now, and that it's taking up too much of your time and focus away from your work. Because at this period in your life, you have the Emperor and the King of Pentacles. King of Pentacles is a man at the height of his career. The Emperor is someone who's a go-getter. So as you're in this phase where you're like, I got shit to do, you now have these dynamics that are going on and causing confusion, and you want no part of it. You want to clear this drama. You want to communicate. You want evidence, and you want to make a strong decision. And this is something that's either keeping you restless. Either you're hiding out in your room and getting sleep so that you don't have to interact, or you're not getting any when you think you should be, or you're not sleeping restlessly, or you're having bad dreams, or it's just something on your mind. Because that Nine of Swords over there is just about like something on your brain before you go to bed. But I will tell you, the mood that you're having is push me and I'll quit because it's just too much. We have the Eight of Cups, but you have this Temperance card, which is balance. So here's what Scorpio is trying to do. They're trying to strike balance between these two energies. You've got this strong drive to go and get things done, this strong drive to accomplish, fix, acquire, make it right. You want to get things right. I'm picking up that you have some exact systems in play that you want to execute, and all of this is getting in your way. And I feel like it's getting a little bit more confusing, a little more upsetting, and you'd rather walk away from it. Now, the Devil card usually means lies. It also means habits. It also refers to people that are lying to you, addiction. 9 out of 10 times, depending on where it's placed, it does tell us that there's substances involved. So is Scorpio dipping into substances in order to, what I'm looking for, you know, a little escapism, or the people you're dealing with in the escapism to where it's coming up and you're going, okay, this is enough. How can it be something every day? It can be a weekend thing or whatever, but maybe it's just getting overwhelming. Or perhaps Scorpio's really looking at their own bad habits, looking at, you know, where you're hamstringing yourself, because the Devil card is all about habits. Okay, so this is how you think and feel. So your habits, maybe it's your habit in how you're interacting with your relationship, letting them have a say in how you're moving forward in the rest of your life based on what's going on with your. Let's pull a card for you from divination of the, shall we? Take a look and see what our message is for the divine. The Dragon Tarot. Ready for the Sagittarius reading. Thank you for hanging out with me. Like, subscribe, and share. Catch me on my Patreon. There definitely is some shifting sands and energy. Mercury, Cancer. I'm going to be putting out some videos for you guys to come and play with. So stick around on Patreon. Come and see the Tarot 101 series, the Understanding Astrology, just so you can keep up. A couple of dating videos so you can see some of the coaching that we do regarding that. Me and Mox. I'll be having her on here too. So hang out. Promise it's going to be a lot of fun. Here you go. Clouds, mystical. Ooh, I want to actually read this one. I don't think I've ever pulled this actual card. If you have any kind of expertise, so let's. Oh, it says clouds. All right, guys, here it says, a wonderful gateway has opened up for you and you're experiencing mystical occurrences. Do not discount these encounters as mere figments of your imagination. What you are witnessing is very real. So use your natural and psychic gifts to explore the esoteric realms. Allow the images you will see in the sky above and the loving voices you gently guide you. That's interesting. I haven't done cloud watching since. As you become a visionary, you will experience the elation of connecting with the supernatural. Maybe part of what you're doing is trying to reconcile your spiritual path with your physical one. Because I do know that there's a lot of energy going on where people are suddenly waking up and going, what do I do with this? You know, visions, changes in diet, being told to do a different path entirely, looking at your life, changing your relationship dynamics. Free yourself from worry and find peace of mind through meditation and journey with your guides and angels. Release control as you float into altered consciousness and defy laws of the physical. Ooh, you're on a journey if you're into that. So many people aspire to a state of nirvana. You are on your way there. So are you having activation? Are you having ascension symptoms? A mystical kingdom exists in my mind. I seek the signs in the clouds, and there I shall find a touch and a whisper, the call of my name, as the clouds call me higher, and there I shall reign. So that's an interesting card to get after all that complicated relationship information that we got and how conflicted you're feeling. Perhaps you're getting these conflicting messages right now, one on top of another, because you're supposed to be doing things a little differently and expecting higher standards out of the people you surround yourself. Maybe it's time for you to shake up your tribe a little bit and see what they're producing and start to see whether they're in alignment with you and going in the same direction. And perhaps you're starting to go down a path where mystical is the design, and there's more of that to be had for you. And it's telling you to start paying a little more attention. I want to thank you for hanging out with me. Stay tuned. There's lots coming. Remember, I always say everything